Hello everyone, hope all of you are safe. This is Lopamudra Day once again with another video. As usually today's session also I will start with a motivational quote. Today's quote is by Swami Vivekananda. He quoted, "Never say no, never say I cannot, for you are infinite. All the power is within you. You can do anything." So he uh, guided us to believe in self power, inner strength that is there in ourselves. He suggested us not to be negative, be positive, until and unless we have strong belief in ourselves, we won't be able to achieve the goals of our lives. So be very positive, believe in yourselves, then only you will easily will be able to achieve the ultimate goals of your lives. So with this positivity and strong belief in ourselves, let us proceed towards to the topic in the video. Today in the previous video I discussed about realism. There we discussed about the meaning, the forms of realism. We discussed about the tenets of realism. Then we also discussed about metaphysics, epistemology, and axiology of realism. Today we will discuss about the implementation of realism in the field of education, how the realistic philosophy or realistic thought can be implemented in the field of education. Today's topic is on this, and we will also discuss about how the curriculum, the students, the teacher, the discipline should be according to realism in our education system. So first start with the aims. How what should be the aims of education according to realism. So we know that realism, they always talk about social life. Realism discourages individual or lonely living. Realism say that we should always live in that is company with others. They discouraged isolated living. So education, if an individual needs to lead a social life, then he or she must be prepared for that. And this is the duty, or this should be the aim of education, to prepare an individual or prepare a child for a happy life by making him capable of solving what to say capable of solving the real life problems successfully. When an individual will be able to solve his problems of real life, when he able to fight with the struggles of the real life, then only he or she will be able to lead a happy life. So uh, the first aim, or you can say one of the most important aim, should be prepare a child or prepare an individual so that he can prepare an individual to be capable of solving the problems so that he or she can lead a happy life. That should be one of the aims of education, so according to realism. So next aim of, sorry, something has gone wrong, don't know what is happening. Automatically the things are happening in the screen. Okay, so first aim is that to prepare the child to lead a happy life. Okay, that should be one of the aims of education. How to lead a happy life? By making him capable to solve the real life problems. Now, next aim that should be according to realism is to develop awareness in the child about the real world. The child must be aware of the world in which he or she is living in. He must know about the relation between the different elements of the world, how the elements or the components are very corely related with that of the with that of each other. When the child will understand the things that is about this such things, then only he will be able to uh, balance himself, or then only he or she will be able to understand the importance of the real world and the objects that are there in the world. Okay, that is very very important, and to create such awareness, education must uh, do some duties. Okay, now education should also make the children strong. Okay, just now whatever we said in the while discussing about the quoting, that Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, he said about inner strength, will, strong willpower. So according to realism, that should be done by education. See, I think you all are very much acquainted with IQ, no? We know about IQ, that is intelligent quotient. IQ score tells us how intelligent an individual is. But very few of us we know about emotional quotient, which is very very important nowadays, which is given more emphasis. The present day world, present day situation, where we continuously need to struggle for our existence, we need to face various adversities, we have various kind of stress in our life. So to deal with all such things, we need to be emotionally very very strong. So realism also say that one of the aim of education should be to make the children strong enough so that they can face with all the adversities of life with courage, with full strength. Okay, so that should be another aim of education according to realism. Then realism also say that the education should provide training of senses. As we know that realism, they believe on those knowledge only that are acquired through the sense organ. They discourage knowledge acquired by empirical that is knowledge. They discourage empirical knowledge, that is the knowledge that we get theoretically, that are from abstraction, that are from simple experiences of our mind. So those kind of knowledge are discouraged. They encourage, or they only believe in knowledge that are acquired through sense organs. So that's why if our sense organs are given proper training, then only we will able to get proper knowledge about the external world, the objects, and which will ultimately help us to adjust with the surrounding. So that is another very important aim of education according to realism. Then the children, the individual, the students, they should be made very very acquainted with the nature and the social environment, and they should also be prepared so that they can balance between these two. So this is also very very important aim of education according to realism. Then the realism, we in our previous video we discussed about realism emphasize on scientific experimentation. Like before believing in something, they want proper evidences, logical explanations. So such kind of attitude, or you can say this kind of attitude as scientific attitude. So they say that the children should be provided proper environment in the school or any educational institute, so that such attitude of experimentation can be developed. Okay, and then if they inculcate such kind of attitude in themselves, they will do the work that are very very purposive or useful for the society. So that should be another aim of education according to realism. Then realism emphasize on sorry, this should be EF, no, the realism emphasize on vocational and practical knowledge. Nowadays, after we are vocational education is very very common. Still, after that is new education policy, where it is clearly written the vocational education should be provided to the children in school from class 6 onwards, so that they can lead a self sufficient life, where after completion of the education they should not depend on others for earning. They can easily that is what to say, they can easily involve themselves in some that is activities by which they can earn their livelihood. So that is again, these things are not very new. Whatever many concepts in the new education policies are very old concepts, so nothing is very new here. So these are the things that are said long long ago, and now again we are getting to know about these things. So when a children will be provided with vocational education, the child will face the realities and will that is when they will acquire such kind of knowledge, it will ultimately help them to lead a successful social life, and will also lead them to be a productive member of the society. Okay, so that's all about aims in education according to realism. Hope you have understood well. If you have understood and like the video, please hit the like button. And in my previous video I have found so many viewers, but subscriptions are not very what to say, subscriptions, number of subscriptions are not growing. So please do let me know if you are finding any faults in my video. If you are really liking it, please do hit the like button. At the same time, subscribe my channel, because I will come with more useful videos that will definitely help you in your courses. Okay, so let's discuss about curriculum. What should be the curriculum in schools or education according to realism? First of all, the according to realism, the curriculum should be problem centered. Okay, that means the curriculum, or you can say it as subject centered also, both the things are same. So because the children should have the problem solving capacity, when they will grow up with such kind of activities, you can say both in theoretical content also, at the same time those will be implemented in the practical context also, then only they will able to solve the problems by analyzing them in their real lives. Okay, that is why problem centered education courses are emphasized in the realistic curriculum. At the same time, not only problem centered, the curriculum should be child centered also. That means whatever subjects, activities, whatever things will be included in the curriculum should be on the basis of the needs and importance of interest of the children. If the things are not needed, they will not interested to do the thing. So the children's need and interest should be given priority while selecting the subjects in the curriculum. And then they advocate the study of natural phenomena. As in naturalism also we discussed about that, this here also, that is inculcation of knowledge in the vicinity of nature, or you can say study of the natural phenomena are very very given with that of first hand experienced. So that is also emphasized in realism. Okay, and realism say neglects, what to say, it's neglect the subjects like social studies and literature, but they again emphasize on training. Let us little bit, not emphasis actually, some, so according to them, some sort of training in ethics and religious should also be necessary. Like we discussed about scholastic realism in our previous video, there also they say about moral and moral and um, religious education. So little they also support some sort of religious and ethical training to the children. Then they emphasize the subjects that are very technical and vocation based. Okay, technical and vocational, no, that is education is preferred by realistic philosophy. Okay, the subjects or the activities that provide knowledge about technicalities and provide knowledge about various vocations, those should be included in the curriculum according to realism. Along with that, physics, chemistry, mathematics, life science, these all should be done in a very very integrated way. That is according to realistic philosophy. Then there should not, according to them, there should not be any separate curriculum for the moral science. No sub-separate curriculum should be there for the moral science. And whatever subjects, no matter whether it is problem centered activity or subjects related to technical and vocational education, or something that is related to needs and interest of the children, or whatever subjects I said about science, physics, chemistry, botany, all these things, that all should be provided to the child in a very very systematic and organized way, so that the children can acquire the knowledge in a sequential manner. They can relate the that is previous knowledge with that of the present, and then the future knowledge that they are getting. So that is again very very important according to realism, and this should be the curriculum according to realism. Now let us discuss that what are the methods of teaching, what kind of teaching methods that should be there in the schools according to realism. Okay, Like first is, as we always uh, continuously from the beginning, we are continuously talking about knowledge through sense organs. Okay, so for that, observation, self experience are very very important. The children, instead of giving them any bookish knowledge, as I told you earlier, the naturalism, realism, these all are these all are evolved as a result of revolt against bookish knowledge. So they completely discourage bookish knowledge, and the knowledge that is they gather, that should be gathered by some methods like observation methods, sense experiences, etc. Instead of giving them knowledge to the directly to the book, the children can be that is provided to observe something, provided to experience something through their senses, and then they can acquire such knowledges. Okay, then experimentation, the knowledge that is gathered by the children, that should not be through some thinking, like here higher mental abilities are not very emphasized. Instead, experimentation, by action, by experimentation, by proper proof or evidence, the thing should be the knowledge should be gathered. Okay, experimentation, experimentation, the knowledge should be gathered. So the whatever subjects are children taught to the children in the classroom, such that is method should be used. Then to give them vicarious experience, the teachers can use audio visual aids also, because sometimes what happens, practical knowledge cannot be given to the children. Like in the previous video, one example I said, if we want to show the children about the teeth arrangement of carnivorous animals, so it's not very possible for us to show them it, because it can be dangerous. So in such cases, audio visual aids can be used. Along with that, children can be taken to the field trips, they can be taken to the excursions, tours, so that they can get the real knowledge by observing, by experiencing the object through their senses. And realism also prefers deductive and inductive method of teaching, and whatever is taught to the children, that should be purposeful, analytical and rational, so that this particular knowledge that they are getting, that should be implemented in the real life situation. So that is very very important. See, I am not writing the things because it's not possible to write so many things. So that on I am discussing with full effort, whatever I could do, that much I am doing. You can simply take notes on the thing. Whatever do I say, you can make notes on the thing, or you can listen to the video repeatedly and then can make your own notes. Okay, so that's how you can get benefited from the video. Now what should be the teacher, how should be the teacher according to realism? Like in previous videos, we discussed about role of teacher according to idealism, role of teacher according to naturalism. Now today we will discuss the role of teacher according to realism. Now teacher according to realism need not be very very rigid. Okay, he needs to be very flexible, so that he can update himself with the current the current changes in the field of education. He should know what kind of subjects are relevant at the present context, what are not, what are the things become obsolete. So all those things must be there in children as teachers, because then only teacher can make the students aware about the current scenario. Then that is the reason he should be a lifelong learner, so that he can keep him updating with the new ways of life. Then teacher should be what to say, teacher should be very very well versed. Okay, he should be a man of principle, because the children, by observing the teacher, children will learn many things. So teacher should be a very well versed personality. Then teacher here in case of realism, like in idealism, teacher were given the position of god, and then in naturalism that we discussed earlier, their teachers were given like a person in a drama, like the person who simply works in the offspring, who simply guide the children. But in case of realism, teachers are not given very higher post or supreme post, nor very low position. Teachers, they need to continuously after the children, to make them train continuously, so that they can acquire all the skills that they need to apply in their future life, to make their life happy. Okay, then teacher what should teacher should acquaint the children with the adversities they may face in their life. He should guide the children to expose them with hard realities, so that they can become emotionally strong enough and can tackle such situation when they face in the real life stages. Okay, and the teacher must have mastery over the language, which he is not language actually, mastery over the subject which he teaches. He must have the content and pedagogical knowledge to the fullest, so that whatever transaction of knowledge take place in the classroom, that should easily acquired by the children. Okay, so that should be the teacher, that should be like a teacher in the according to realism. Now let us discuss about how a student should be, what should be the role of student according to realism. Like as we already said, that whatever curriculum should be there in the school, that should be according to the needs and interest of the students. So the students should also understand their needs to be a successful citizen, to be a productive member of the society. He must have the what to say, he must have the eagerness to discover new things, to acquire new knowledge, to acquire knowledge with the help of their senses. So such kind of things should be there. And like the teacher, student should also be a very good character. Like while discussing about the teacher, we said that teacher should be well versed, he should be a man of principle. So student should also be a person of good character, and they should also have the tendency to avoid learning bookish knowledge. Okay, they should be ready to acquire knowledge by hand on experience, by learning by doing, by practical knowledge. Okay, and they should also some sort of ethical or moral responsibility also they should understand towards the society, and ultimately all those things should be implemented in the that is real life situation. Okay, so that is very very important according to realism. Now let us talk about discipline. What kind of discipline should be there in the schools according to realistic philosophy? Like in case of idealism and naturalism, we also discussed about discipline. Same way, the realistic also prescribed some sort of discipline. Like naturalism, the realism also prefers, or you can say realism also supports self discipline. That means instead of giving corporal punishment, instead of giving um, expressionistic punishment, the teacher should allow the child to understand their faults by uh, the consequences of the faults they do, and then can acquire self discipline. Okay, the punishment, then fear, all those things should be avoided. Okay, and the children should be provided proper environment so that they can learn to discipline themselves. Okay, so that is another implication of realism in the field of education. Now according to realism, what how should be the school, what are the things that should be there in the schools? Like according to communist, we have already discussed about him. He is a very eminent realistic. He said that schools are the true places of man and should be like laps of mothers, full of affection and sympathy. So children should not get scared of going to school. Sometimes what happen, the internal environment of the school makes the children not unwilling to go to school, because they don't find any interest in the school. They scared of the teacher, they scared of the monotonous bookish knowledge. But according to realism, the student, the school, the environment of the school should be like that. It should be full of affection, love and sympathy from the teachers, as they feel comfortable. They feel so comfortable as they feel when they are in their mother's lap. Okay, so that should be, there should be a very congenial environment. Student feel the sense of security, sense of to be loved by the teacher. All these things make them interested to go to school. Okay, so that should be the kind of school according to the realists. Okay, so that's all about today's video. I tried my best from my side. Hope it will benefit you. To get continuous notification, please hit the bell icon. Please do share and subscribe my channel. Share to those who really need this. Otherwise unnecessarily no need of sharing. So I'm ending wind up the video today. uh, Wish you get benefited from this video. So bye for now. Have a safe life ahead. I think you have heard about new strain of coronavirus, which is 71% more infectious and 2% more deadly. So please, please, please maintain all that is all the precautionary measures. Whenever you go out, please wear masks, carry sanitizers with yourselves, and keep social distancing. Okay, so bye bye.